Welcome to the weekly analysis with Anush Modi in collaboration with the Financial Pandora. Today, Anush is going to show us Nifty, Bank Nifty, and the broad market, and I'll be showing you the top stocks. So without any further ado, Anush, let's get started.
Hey everyone, hope you've had a great trading week. We see that Nifty has remained in the sideways consolidation and faces a major psychological level at 16,000. A retest of 15,450 is quite likely if we head downwards. Here is a zoomed in of Nifty and we can see just how congested the movement has been. Coming to Bank Nifty is likely to test the Feb highs of 37,400. It is also in sideways motion just like Nifty is. 34,000 remains a crucial level to the downside support. And a zoomed in view of the same, we believe this trend line can be used to trail if we're heavily long on Bank Nifty right now. Here is the Bank Nifty ratio chart. We call it the relative strength chart. It is forming a head and shoulder pattern, and we don't know if it'll complete. We don't know what will happen after that, but this is a chart which we are watching very closely. It can indicate further strength or weakness within the banks as relative to the Nifty. Here is a quick look at how the broad markets have done from the March 2020 lows. We can clearly see small caps have totally gone off. Their strength, their momentum just keeps on increasing. There doesn't seem to be any sign of tiredness yet. Here is what they look like year to date. Again, small caps the clear winner, and Nifty has been the worst performer in the broad market space. This is the relative strength chart of the broad market indices. We can see that the uptrend in the broad market is very, very strong. Mid caps, small caps, and the Nifty 500 continue on their blasting upward outperformance journey versus the Nifty. This trend does not look tired yet. We are not seeing any lower highs, lower lows, none of that. It's all a clean uptrend. We've been tracking this breakout even before it actually broke out all the way back in October, November last year. It's been a good journey since then, and we believe there's a long way to go. Finally, we look at the India VIX, which is our volatility measure. It tells us the uncertainty in the stock market. We currently see it resting at the -1 SD level of the long-term regression channel. That kind of means that the uncertainty in the market is at its lowest point, almost the lowest point historically. And however, we must be very sure that any kind of exogenous event or any kind of disruption or bad news can send this VIX shooting up very quickly from these low levels. I'll hand it over to KR now to talk about the index heavyweights.
Thanks, Anush. Before I jump into that, I just wanted to brief the viewers. So basically, Nifty, Bank Nifty relative strength chart that you spoke about, okay, that was downward sloping. So when it's upward sloping, it indicates that Bank Nifty is actually outperforming Nifty. So I'm aware that some people aren't really familiar with RS charts, relative strength charts. So you can always follow Anush on Twitter at Anush Modi, Modyy. He posts a lot of those. I do too sometimes at Markets with KR. Anyway, now with Reliance, what we can see here is that 2080 level has acted as a support, which is a good sign, but it is headed towards that 2125 resistance zone. If we look at the weekly chart, I have done the weekly analysis in my previous video, so make sure you check that out as well. It's actually at the weekly moving average. I think it's at the 50 moving average on the weekly chart, which is obviously very important. So let's see how that goes. Now coming to HDFC Bank, we can see that it's at 1529 resistance level, now at 1522. So basically, as long as that 1529, 1530 level is not broken on a sustainable basis, I would expect around 2 to 3 closes at that level. As we can see, one close has already been, sort of negated and broken. So I think until that happens, HDFC Bank might just move sideways within that range of 1480 to 1529 or so. Next, moving to Infosys. Now, Infosys, we can see here, I actually made a fib-based trend extension and rather trend-based fib extension. What we can see here is that 1534 is a good support for Infosys. So as long as that is held, I think things should be okay. 1560 is, somewhat of a support that has been broken, but still, I think the trend is clearly very positive. It's around 80H. It's been holding it very well. The only real sort of, negativity-ish that we saw was thanks to the results, which was apparently not as great as what the people expected. By the way, talking about the results, HDFC Bank announced their results earlier today, and they have apparently missed street estimates, yet they seem to be pretty good. SGX Nifty is also down. So let's see how that actually shapes up into Monday's open. Anush, we could possibly discuss that after this is over. Now, moving to HDFC, we can see that it's still moving within that range 2600, 2620. That is the real resistance level. I feel even around 100 points up, if it goes, it still will not have made a very significant mark in the overall trend if you actually just look at a zoomed out picture of the chart on your screen, viewers, then you will find out that it's really not going to make a big dent. Even if it goes up by 100 points, only above 2620, we might really see some decisive moves. Now, next, coming to ICICI Bank. ICICI Bank, we can see 665 has been rejected, but this is the highest weekly close for the stock in quite some time. So I recommend you check the video out that I released previously where I talk about the weekly charts as well. But ICICI Bank daily chart looks kind of mediocre, but weekly it looks pretty decent. Next, coming to Kotak Bank. Kotak Bank, what we can see is that resistance is still there, 23.6 level, 1760 level. So let's see if 1760 or above can be closed. Then I think Kotak Bank has good potential. Next, coming to SBI. SBI, of course, very good PSU, and what we can see that very good PSU is facing hurdles at 435-ish levels. If they are breached, then of course some good movements can be expected. RSI is very close to 60 as well. It's below it, resistance taken, but still there's a good chance that we could actually see that happening if some strength is seen. Next up is Axis Bank. Axis Bank, what we can see is that it's facing some resistance. Previously around this level is where we saw some sharp selling happening, and now we can see it's resting at that level once again. So let's see how it goes again. We've been tracking this since the time it actually broke out of the range, or even below, when it actually started moving in the range, and we can see higher lows being formed on Axis Bank. I've marked them with that red highlight, and it's heading to a resistance. So let's see how that goes. Bank Nifty actually broke out of a similar resistance in a similar way, but again, let's see if it's actually sustained. So that's it for the broad market. Anush, what do you feel about the overall trend? Anush, what do you feel about SGX Nifty being negative as of now?
So in my experience, I think whenever we've had a down day on the SGX Nifty, we've had an up day on the Nifty. I see the SGX as pretty much a contra indicator. And most of what negativity is reflected in the SGX Nifty is pretty much discounted in the very second of open in the Indian market. So we may have a gap down open and move up further in the day. Or the other way around for that matter, when we see a big SGX gap, big SGX positive move, we gap up and then pretty much close down. So, I mean, I don't really look at the SGX Nifty for cues, but it has served as a decent contra indicator most times. So that may be a handy tip. Other than that, I mean, we're at the tip of breaking out on Nifty and Bank Nifty both. Probably some bearishness can be expected near these resistance levels before we can push through higher. We've already highlighted our key support zones in our videos. So I think that would really benefit viewers in case we were to slide down lower. And yeah, that's pretty much the summary.
Let's see how it goes. HDFC Bank might be in key focus on Monday, depending on how sentiments, shape up over the weekend. So with that, I think that's about it for our weekly wrap up. Thanks a lot, Anush, for your time. I hope that the viewers enjoyed. And if you want more of it, make sure you check our social media out. Also follow the Financial Pandora on LinkedIn and on their website. Links are always there in the description. So make sure you check that out. That's it for this one. See you in the next, and happy trading.
Happy trading, guys.